Hello, this is Michael from Blue Gem Tarot. This fresh episode, is gonna be delivered with the topic of hidden, unexpected, secret compliments that you receive behind your back, or in secret, or in general. I know, I'm not even gonna bother and just say it. We are obviously not gonna do that. We're gonna just go delve into people's minds and just at this point I will just move in there because there was no reading I didn't do that into. I just can't. I think I'm just gonna move out in and live in that very deep dimension, literally, because why bother delve into that kind of stuff where I literally just live there rent free so as to freshly deliver the information for you. So why not just live there? It's gonna be shorter for me. There is no space to no time for commuting and traffic and stuff. So I'm just gonna move and live in your minds rent free at this point. Okay. Basically we're gonna delve into the deepest whatsoever dimension possible, because literally that's what I do and I have no chills on that topic, and that's my job. Also, because I like to keep myself entertained and because I would like to create this safeguard, foolproof, fail-safe stuff for the channel, for the negative, nasty comments. And I'm saying this not because this is not coming from the victim standpoint. Just skip to the description section and whatever commenting if you don't want to listen to it. But again, this is legendary. You have literally no choice but to listen to it because it is lived information. Okay, just experience the wonderful moment. Okay, so I wanna address a message for the future negative comments, and I'm alright. I'm just making fun of the comments and I love doing that. I feel sometimes just trigger that, it's building up. I need, as a Scorpion, you have to know, as a Scorpio, not a literal scorpion, but as a Scorpio, you have to know, I do have these moments when I gather that energy, and I really have to find, I have to find the person, the chosen one who's gonna be who's gonna be carrying this venom that I'm carrying with myself and gathering, just kidding, but not really. Okay. And when I see a target that's not waiting for it but begging for me to do that, I've been waiting for this, let's do it. I'm really passionate about it anyways, so okay, I've been preparing for this. Okay, the people who love my channel, the people who love me, cover your ears. This is not gonna be a message, this is not gonna be a very kind message right now, but you have to just skip. This is gonna be for my haters now. Okay, I prepared for this. Now, for my haters, okay, I'm gonna be very slow for you. Because the computing RAM of that brain is low and I have to keep things simple to prevent you from an intelligent shortcut. Certainly, you know what? I just want to drop that. I hate microorganisms, okay? It will make sense once you rewind this message because, but for microorganisms, we have domestos and all kinds of stuff. I'm not doing advertising, but that was not the point. Sometimes you simply cannot evade the label or being called as one once you choose to hate on my channel. So don't make me make you extinct, okay? Don't make me sprinkle domestos on you because I don't want to make you extinct, okay? And I'm all about love and biodiversity, so stick around for longer, okay? I know you can't wait for or till the like next evolution and stuff, and you are like tired of living like a microorganism and hating all the time, but patience is key, okay? Now, I really don't want to make you extinct, so don't make me buy solutions that would eliminate you, okay? That's good. We're good on that. Good. Current charitable campaign that we're undergoing on this channel, it's I'm gonna give you the item name, write it down, very important information. The item is called actually, it's a new one, Fresh Fs. And the item is so popular, it's actually out of stock, okay? So I don't have Fs in store right now. We're working on that, not really, but for now I cannot give them. I'm sorry. Find another item for sale. Now also, like a little, like small, for the haters, okay? I want to make them feel special, so yeah. If you want to take a dump in the comment section, we have a special sale. You can actually pay me. You can pay me 1K if you want to comment something mean, okay? But the rule of thumb is you have to make me really entertained once I find the comments. So immediately that means I will not read the comments that are gonna be like plain, okay? So let's try. I know it's hard, I know it's demanding, I know it's really difficult at that level to make something, you know, interesting for me to read and to entertain at least like some part of me, you know, but at least do it for the channel and for me also. Like I want to be entertained. And for entry level, we have no crowns allowed. Also, like in the profile pictures, that's only for the haters. And also no toxicity, and yeah, kind of like we have other rules as well, but yeah, that's a short bit, okay? Now that I feel very relieved and light again, let's go and do the actual reading. Okay, not without the helicopters and whatever, but okay. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. This is very like unusual information, but it's okay. How it plays out, how it converts into the compliments is very fun, or like let's just say structurally complex. Because you have the Four of Wands, and classically Four of Wands like celebrations, homecoming, something like this. Well, the compliments you receive are like almost carrying a well earned status, or this is also talking about not about, okay, screaming, that's okay. That's okay. This is not a type of light commentary compliments. These are very like dense, almost like very good in quality and weight type of compliments. And these are not like superficial commentaries. Like, again, I don't know why commentary keeps on appearing in my speech, but there is like this deep core understanding of who you are coming from this card, and it's like saying that the compliments will not get you anywhere with this person. Like there is a very almost like professionally favorable attitude that's directed at you. And thus we have from this standpoint the idea that you do receive some very high quality compliments, and you have many more to come, because this card shows like a sort of a road, even if it's in reverse. And by the way, you're most susceptible to the circumstances, occurrences of compliments not being fully spoken or fully voiced out in a way that would be comprehensible to you, because let's just be honest, they are very deep and people don't feel like that would be right to say, or it would imply a certain level of closeness, I keep on hearing, or it does imply a sort of vulnerability that, you know, doesn't match either the relationship, or it would feel out of place. Not me literally going on a tangent right now with one card when I have 1,000 to read. Okay. We also have, like, let's just be honest, the compliments that you receive are very good. They are very structured. They are very, like, very much in tune with your essence. You're like, what you can infer from that. Let's not do that, okay? 20 minutes. Let's just say, your compliments that you accumulated are not light. Light in which way? In the best way. Okay. Um, they are not superficial. Okay. Finally, that word came. We have organization, so this is fun. In reverse, once again. But this means you kind of catch people by surprise with the qualities that you do present and give. And you're like almost like with Diona in here, like it makes me feel like there is some exception to the rule, meaning that either the background, something in the background, something in your proximity that's like, you know, very like contradictory or out of place, and you're like there and representing the whole opposite, and like, you know, this, like, you know, a situation of very effing powerful contrast, like, you know, when there is a workplace that's like very superficial and there is a deep person there, or there is like a lot of like, there is a team of people who doesn't really know things about what they do and you do, or they don't care and you do care. Okay. Also, we have the book, so that roughly translates into the idea: either you're knowledgeable, either you're deep, or both, or all mixed up together, but impressive came through also, like very impressive, almost like destabilizing impressive. Okay. It's like you could receive marginally very raw commentaries and compliments that would talk about the awe that people feel, and you know, it's like almost like you destabilize, but at the same time you do make me feel like I'm reconstructing or solidifying, like your presence is being complimented, you as a person are being complimented as being very, very like either deep, either very like holding lots of like consistency or intensity, value and essence. Like it's a very noble blend of deep qualities that people don't encounter or see every day. And something about this reading made me feel like it's talking about a dimension of impact. Um, how I'm so aware of what's going on in the background, how it's like, and every time it's a different sound. I swear, this one was like sponsored by a vehicle that was like poofing this time. Okay, yeah, keeps me entertained. Um, I wanna say it's like, and we have both like these ice cards in here. there's like definitely a mark, an imprint, an impact that's being translated in your presence that's very highly complemented. With meditation in reverse, it's also talking about people talking about the fact that you contain something that's like, coming from this. I would say it's very similar to the spiritual aspect that's like very almost ascended very advanced, very structurally proficient, very like ahead of the game, ahead of the times or the people. Okay, it's not that easy to decipher pile number one. It's not that easy to decipher you, to understand you. It's very easy to just, let's just say, refer to you as a mystery and something to constantly refresh on perception wise, and it's very like easy to get lost, okay, in the essence of you. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a very pleasant, like all enveloping containment of your energy that's pulsing through people's lives as like memories and presence, and it's and I would say like there is a lot of also like recognition. It's like, I don't want to say gratitude for some reason, because the energy forms around gratitude, like where it's like more like recognition, noble honor, like things like that. Like it's an a recognition of equals, a recognition of status, something like this. So definitely we have that. Okay, it's very deep. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Very deep information. But yeah, that's like from the general part, and we also have some subdivisions for this reading. Basically, I'm gonna delve into the unexpected, shocking, and intriguing, and thus we have also 3 categories for that. Generally, you can expect the following scenario to apply, and this is also how you're gonna pretty much find yourself into the reading itself. You can have various situations in which you're generally gonna be just like, you'll feel like you're being analyzed. Not as much is gonna be said or told or talked about. Okay, there are lots of like prematurely formed impressions, positive ones, in people, but they cannot they cannot voice them out. They cannot say it. Okay, they cannot say it. Okay, that's like the fun part. It's like you overwhelm people, can be the case, and it's not that bad. Like, when I say overwhelm, it's like, no, bad thing stuff. No, it's not about that. Because we have temperance and Yona in here, it makes me feel like it's a type of very grounding, like listen and stabilize to the pulse of my energy type of story. And this is a reoccurring thing, let's just be honest. But restructuring, reconstructing people's functionalities and beliefs and core features, I don't know, like that's how it feels. Like it's like for reforming, terraforming. That's how your energy feels, and that's also complemented on. It's as if we have situations where people are like willingly surrendering to you on like a subconscious level, so as to actually learn from you, from your energy, from what's going on in here, how you're making all of this thing happen. Yeah, it feels like some sort of very healing energy, while I wouldn't even say that it's actually healing, because that's not how, like, it's the closest thing, but it's like not healing. It feels like it's reforming, like relearning, like, and sometimes when that happens, it's very much so close to the study energy. It's very much with also with the book in here. Okay, that's very telling. but it's not like if healing was translated into reforming the person, okay, like that's how it would sound coming off as compliments. And also, a lot of people are in the dark when it comes to how to express these. It's like, I'm fishing for them, right? Fishing for them from the subconscious mind. Really big fish in the subconscious mind right now, okay? Like that's how it feels. And they don't know how to say it. That's why I'm here, okay? That's exactly why this reading you stumbled across this reading. It's because we have full bag of compliments in here. Okay, unexpected. And we have lovey-dovey messages again with Empress, Lovers, and Knight of Cups. I'm tired of this thing. With this lovely, wonderful, I should change those words, Empress in here. First of all, there is like some lingering compliments in regards to your, like, female, male. I don't do that thing on the channel. It's very interchangeable. You can count it as a Empress thing, but Empress and Emperor card thing, okay? We have in here this message of, and that's like the unexpected bit. A lot of compliments in regards to like either like some sort of relationship status, or how the person perceives you to be their ideal, or a lot of compliments in the direction of your like status in a relationship, or how they would imagine you in a relationship, because we have in here the Lovers in the so it's like right. So yeah, a Knight of Chalices. Not without that, not without those types of messages for today for your pile. Perhaps it's a bit unexpected because, let's just be honest, this is a very similar story to someone. It feels like the person is not necessarily like thinking about this, or like many of you are not feeling like that was your design, something like this. We're not like prioritizing that thing, for today. But guess what? Definitely, like, there is like unexpected, like very softy compliments incoming, okay? So it's very soft, like in here with Empress as well. These are like very like smothering you with compliments, and also like very personal, okay? With Lovers, that would be very personal, close admiration. It's very like, in its quality, it's obviously placing you on a pedestal. With Empress in here, it's like the energy of the person is ready to revere you. And let's just be honest, the first cards indicate the description or the situation of a person who's not necessarily in tune with that for now, but maybe it's not true. Who really knows or gives it? I said I don't have F's in store, so I don't know what this is about. But this makes me feel like with the Knight of Cups, there's literally one person in here who's like, for you, melting like butter, okay? Very like, not in the mood for that kind of stuff for now. But it's very like oriented towards you. It's unexpectedly focused on the psychology of like, idealizing you, and really wanting to make some like close moves, or like admiration right off the bat. It's very dreamy, it's very all over the place. I don't like that kind of cringy stuff for now, for today. Maybe I'll like it later, okay? But that's what I see. And what can I say? Okay, let's move on. Shocking. There is one person in here, or let's just say, like, this feels like it's a one case scenario with Amber in here. It's like, shockingly close this person is reading or focusing on. Maybe that's exactly that. MFR from the first category. But the person is really seeing the essence of you, and they're like your purity, or is very aware of your purity in this case. Okay, good. Shocking again. Gentle, like I wanna say this feels like love bombing. I'm not gonna discern good bad, not gonna do that today. But we also have the perception of some very positive, very like, innocent, like fresh energy to the table, fresh fish energy, compliments linked to like seeing the best in you, wanting to see the best in you, and literally just researching. And like, if I were to really look through the lens of like perfection to a person, like that would be the case. And this is like somebody's hobby doings in here, okay? Like with Nahida in here, like this makes me feel like somebody's really like scanning for information, thoughts wise, digging up the information about you. Like that's the case. Not gonna lie, this is what I see. And it also complements with the nature of how gentle this card is. Next to it, 9 of Wands. Yeah, make it make sense. This is water in here. What are Wands doing on a water card? I don't know. Intriguing. We have puppy, we have air, and we have advertisement. Okay, this one is crazy. With advertisement in here, finally something that's not linked to lovey-dovey messages. But advertisement, this is like in and of itself a desire like coming from the general information from the very beginning. This is people very intrigued and very like wanting to understand you, wanting to ask questions, talk to you, socialize, like almost like let me pay you just for me to be around you, something like this, okay? And there is a lingering energy of interest with air in here. It's like you really hook people, like that's how it feels to me, and you do so in a very light way. It's not obsessive, it's not like, okay, not very, you know how to really make a very good quality impression, and you really know how to maintain like distance while at the same time creating a harmonious, like very cohesive interaction between people. Okay, that's how it feels. With puppy in here, it's like also this would, in combination with advertisement, talk to me about the fact that you do know how to properly present yourself to the world. So I'm not surprised we have this love bag of compliments from the very beginning, because it's really easy to get hooked on you. It's not that hard for you to really make a show out of the way in which you present yourself, and you're not doing that in an explosive way, but it's really good. Okay? It's really good. And it's not a case, like, I want to just say it, I love it that this is not a case where the person is actually advertising themselves, like, and this is not even active. It's a very passive, very good thing that you set for yourself there. But it's like what you find inside is really it's really representative of what was being advertised. So this is not like an empty cup type of story. Good for you. I just want to say, I don't know why, but it felt to me like this rosy message from the, like, what was it, unexpected and shocking. It's like very love messages type of story, and for some reason, I don't know why, I'm just like not in the mood for it. But it's just a message to know that it's there, and you do have people who will fall in love with you. I don't know why I have to say it, but it's like very natural. It's very natural. It's very like attached, getting attached, hooked, like this, like and it's also quality driven. Let's just be honest. It's not Queen of Cups in here. I'm not having a problem with um Queen of like cups, buckets, water, whatever the case is there, and chalices and like jugs, and yeah, not having a problem with it. Just saying that we have love messages in here. Not gonna be happy about it, but no, just kidding. Like, this is very usual. I mean, you're very presentable, and this is obvious that it's gonna attract some attention and, like, some reverence in here is gonna be like obviously gonna take place, and it's gonna happen on a very deep level. What can I say? Don't be surprised if you have with Knight of Chalice some person in here just like melting away. Okay, don't like this thing, but it happens. It happens. Life is different. Okay, why I'm so it's okay. I just gave you the information. Do whatever you want with it. Thank you so much for watching and bringing that energy to the reading. That was an honor to read for you, and let me know what is going on with whatever is going on here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment to let me, like, to open my eyes as to what is going on in the shocking and unexpected section, because maybe you have some time to melt this all thing away. And that was very impressive. That was very impressive energy description. I loved it. It was very nice. It was very very close to my taste. Okay, I loved it. Just wanna say it. Just so you know, I loved more the intriguing bit. Also loved the introduction, and as you know, I didn't like the first and the second category. I don't know why. I'm not in the mood for that, but maybe you are. Maybe that's why it showed itself up. Thanks for watching. Just donate, okay? If you want. If you don't want, also donate. Not gonna object, okay? At this point, ain't gonna object. Thank you so much for watching. I think I've said this 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Don't care already. Hope to hear from you in the future effing readings. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you in the future readings. I'm waiting for you, okay? Counting on you. Show up. Thank you for watching. Bye. Okay, good. Now that we have absolutely destroyed the scenery and the scene, the broadcast with pile number 1, let's move on to pile number 2. Why do we have to start with the Hanged Man? And especially from this deck, literally it says, it shows a person who's doing that. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, now let's channel this. Let's channel this because we have to. And there is despair in here. Not gonna lie. And by the way, we saw in their lethargic. I was trying to find some clothing piece for the actual card, because we do have cases such as these, and I don't know what kind of censorship is gonna apply. So I covered it and I assigned a meaning to it on top of things. There is some very strange bittersweet sensation oozing from this. Like, there is this bittersweet stench from this first card showing up in the reading, bombing the reading. Okay, and if that wasn't enough, we also have creativity in reverse and optimism in reverse. What's going on? Okay, what's going on? There are some compliments, but they feel bitter sweet because they seem to come from a very, not literally me reading from myself right now, but just kidding, no, don't think that this is gonna apply to my life because you literally don't know, but it makes me feel like you have some blocked people in here. This is oozing from this, like flowing, it's like, it's like dripping, like leaking, like that's like it's leaking, like that's how it's feeling, how this feels like. It's very strange, it's very it's not, it's like not good, but it feels strange because it feels like it's positive, and because it revealed itself into the reading itself, then that means it's good. So we have some very broken hearted, and like broken, like when I say broken heart, it doesn't mean like it's love. No, we done that in the first. No, I'm not doing that again. Um, for today at least. But it makes me feel like we have a situation in here where we have desperate thing for validating and mirroring the positive traits, and you're like, I'm gone, not here. You should have done that long ago. Like go in the block jail. You're jailed. Like that's how it feels like your energy sentenced the person to the block jail. Goodbye. Like that's how it feels to me. Lethargic is like there is some understanding that there was too much laziness. Don't be lazy, like that's how, like, don't, like, for your haters you said, like, you shouldn't have been lazy to recognize me. Now you're gone, you're gone. There is, like, a situation in here, like conveying the fact that you bid farewell to the person and they lost something that was irreplaceable. Now, I don't like that kind of stuff when I talk about irreplaceable and whatnot. This is so cliche, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it and explain it to you. Either the situation turned in your favor, either there was some rumor in here that really placed you on a pedestal. How it placed you on a pedestal now, how you'll resonate with it, you will know that you were the baddest alive, okay? And you knew this from the moment you were born. And the person, the world, was not aware. And who gives up? Okay? Too late. Like, that's old information. You had to readjust, like, not you, like the other one. You had to understand who you dealt with. You had to have some base decency to interact with pile number two. Now that they're gone, you can ooze that tears, you can gather them, you can actually water the plants and the grounds with them. Not gonna help you. I love that we have a very fresh splash of, like, very cold water like energy when it comes to who you are. This is like, when the person almost like becomes popular or recognized, and the lost access to you, lost, like, very, like, and what arose out of this, like, it's like compliments and respect, but it's long gone for them to express it. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. And like, this understanding that is not gonna be anymore, like, not gonna you're not gonna be open anymore, you're not gonna be accessible anymore. Like, it's very I love that what shows itself up in this reading as a result, it's a lot of value of yours that almost like contrasted to the, I don't know, world, to what they encountered, like, this understanding that they will not meet someone like you again, because there will be only substitutions, or there are situations in here that you contained multiple aspects, you embodied multiple qualities that really made you feel honorable, but I don't understand why we have this hangman in here. It's like, it was crudely and cruelly overlooked or ignorant, like the person or the group in here like that was assessing, was in your presence, was really overlooking this, and it was such an like I'm like holding back from editing this video because I'm gonna curse so much. I don't want to do this. I'm a very good person, by the way. So I don't know what's going on, but it's making me feel like with lethargic in here, it's like too late. It's too late to expect something from them because they've moved on, and they're doing even better than they like were initially. There is definitely status in here that's being complimented. There is definitely a very powerful understanding that you gave off an energy, or someone somehow found something, information that you don't need them anymore, or you never did. Okay. It was like this also bitter realization that they must have treated you better, because it would have been a whole different story. Like there is huge regret. Try to find a substitution for that beautiful word, but I didn't, and I don't want to edit this again. There is an lingering information understanding that you are very complex, more than they realized, and it's like a defeat in here that's like, well, almost like well deserved. The person realizes that they misjudged you and they underestimated you. How this is happening, like, let me ask. Tell me now for pile number 2. Tell me now. Okay. They told me that the situation in here, I'm not mad, just so you know, but the person was like too busy, preoccupied, overlooked you, and it was a very unfortunate situation. Definitely not for you, because I do see you winning out of this. Like, I see you just like, my god, it feels like you are ever like green, ever not green literally, but like, you constantly evolve. If anything, this you feel like someone who always knew who they were, but were waiting for the right moment to prove the bad, like, people. You knew what I was about to say. Not gonna say it today because I'm not in the mood for editing. Now let's just leave this for a moment, okay? Because I got too excited. Unexpected compliments. I lost you. Uh, how is that a compliment? I don't know. Maybe it is. But it is unexpected how you are like in the person's minds. Person's mind, people's minds, okay? It's unexpected how you're like gone, but the person like almost like plays out or tries to imitate or tries to rehearse some sort of like apology. Who gives it? Yeah. For that, but like just like rehearsing. What are you rehearsing? What are you rehearsing? For who? Like, this person is better off without you. Rehearse for yourself, but not for them. For into acting and all kinds of stuff. But 10 of Swords in reverse. Like, there was some sort of like realization that being busy was not worth it. Being busy, distracted, ignorant about you was not worth it. Who gives a no? Now I read, okay, that's important, so definitely gonna say it. If it's important, if it's in the reading, then it's definitely you should hear it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna really like it though. No, just kidding, like the person's energy in here is like, whoa, okay, we'll deal with that. What's unexpected in here compliment wise, it's like with Hermit an understanding of how it's actually worth it to study you, because the Hermit is like, reading things and stuff. And like, really, like, how is it that the situation flipped? Like it flipped, like that's how it feels. Like it literally flipped like a pancake. Like I don't know what. Some person who was like indifferent and not doing the proper attitude towards you, seemingly busy. Now they're like, let's just study them. And what you're gonna do, like study them from the memories, from your assumptions. What are you doing? Like what are you studying? And unexpected, like a desire to study from the good sides, not from the bad ones. Once you're gone, goodbye. That's my message. Go get a job. Like that's how it feels. I don't know. I don't wanna, like, I'm so mean today. I cannot be, but I am today. Like, no, I don't know why, but this is like so like, how is it the pile number 2, basically you, for the people who said like I'm like whatever. How is it that um, we have such a bomb of like unmirrored and like atomic bomb like value radiating and pulsing from you, and then we have these people who are like awakening from their slumber? Should have done that long ago. What's that child saying? I don't know. In the background. Let's move on. We have we shown enough. We like I was shining enough for this category. We should just adjust the ray of light into a different direction, and let's do that. Shocking compliments that you received. This one is very interesting because again it's talking about a dimension of compliments or lingering on the subject of you from some very long time. Okay, we have in here death in reverse. Like, let me pause for a moment to recollect my magic. Good, good, that made sense. Now, this is the story. Like, how this shocking? How this shocking to you? How this shocking to you? Um, this is marginally gonna talk about the person who actually recognizes you and like does so in a very conscious manner. But like that person is no longer having access into your life. Good for them. Not gonna say good for you because this pile feels like, and you feel like you're gonna blast off of this person, and you don't need anything. But yeah, it made me feel like you won't believe how the person is actually recognizing you. But the train is gone, cannot rewind time. Deal with it. Just let's be mature and live the consequences of our actions. And that's how the person is like trying to desperately, pathetically, no, I'm not gonna be mean, let's just be understanding and kind, trying to bring you back, at least in their mind. I don't know why, but this make me feel, this is making me feel like there is some sort of like almost like divine and conscience situation the person is trying to solve, like a puzzle piece in their mind, because they feel like they did you dirty. Go do that puzzle thing someplace else, because we're not doing that here. But yeah, you're gonna resonate with this. If you're not gonna resonate, that's not my thing. That's not my concern. But like, yeah, I don't know, just a lot of status. Look how beautiful, look how wonderful you are. Pile number 2 doesn't give anything, like that's the story. Deal with it. Go read it, like go write a diary. Go write, I don't know, just like, for that person who's like crying over you and stuff, and you left for good, like, my suggestion, my uh, just write it all down and stick it somewhere. That's how it feels. Am I bad for saying no? I'm innocent. But does it drive me towards that direction? Sometimes. But, you know, we have a lot of status in here. You wouldn't expect that you had like was the most not very like, not for my taste situations. Like the person there is like knowing who you are, but not treating you as that, or didn't treat you as that. And now we come here with like what not. Should have done that long ago. Okay, why we're doing that here right now? No, don't do that. Intriguing. Guardian, moist sausage, and grumpy. How come I didn't reshuffle? I don't know. Because it's us. Okay. Let's just go there with Guardian. There is a desire in here to, like, some person wants to protect you. Why this is, by the way, why this is compliments? Because it makes me feel like this is the story of the person sees you so like worthy. Maybe this is not even the one, but like, some other like off the fence from the another category person, but like, so worthy that you are like, I would protect them. And what's interesting in here from the grumpy aspect, not gonna go into the moist sausage right now, not literally, but this is like, don't touch them because you're gonna get fried, you're gonna get roasted. um what's like, you have the aura, or you have some compliments in here that are very on the edge, making people feel like, even like expressing positivity towards you would feel on the edge. And this is not bad, like, it's like, there's like this situation where like they would say something and you'd be like, yeah, I know. You have questions, you have some issues of perception, or this is new to you, like this is something new, you have to really say it. It's obvious. That's how it feels. It's very like bad, like in a good way, like, you have to vocalize it. Like it's obvious you're telling me this. Okay, obviously. Let's just address this. Tension from, no, I'm not gonna go there. I said I'm not gonna go there, but it's like, it's is it attraction or attractivity? I don't remember. But there is a lot of like, for your energy, it's like a lot of like people wanting to get closer, um and definitely secure a relationship. It's from the intriguing compliments here. Let's just be honest, there is a lot of unattainability that's being exuded from pile number 2. I didn't do yet pile number 3. I don't know what I'm talking about, but maybe you should check pile number 3 as well. Maybe something will make sense there, but for now that's all that makes sense. There is unattainability, desirability for sure, for pile number 2. Not saying that pile number 1 didn't have that thing. Maybe they did. I just didn't feel like saying it. Say it. Anyways, that was pretty much it. Pile number 2, or you, because some people didn't like that I said pile number 2. You know what? Not gonna address this here, but I think that's pretty much it for today. I could call it a day, I could call it reading a pile. A you, if you'd like. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not gonna like literally say it differently, but I'm not holding your hand from donating, literally. You could do that if you really want. You could not do that also, kind of, you know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for commenting, even the bad stuff. I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna turn it back. I'm bending this thing. But you know what? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your contributions, for your activity on my channel. Don't forget, do not forget to like this pristinely perfect reading video on YouTube. Leave it a thumbs up. Comment below how this cooked reading resonated with you, because I'm not suffering here for nothing. Okay, just kidding. I don't suffer, I thrive, I shine on these. And if you want, you could always subscribe, because guess what, my readings are godsend. Don't miss out on godly intelligence being sifted for you. And check out the older videos, because like, not gonna lie, like that's the actual mechanism. You're gonna be the first one to be enlightened on this. My readings are like these, like, not gonna curse today, but like these, like, very expensive wines in the cellar. They sit there, there, and they just mature like crazy, and like they're very good. I recommend, go there, go check them out, and tell me how they went. Pretty sure you're not gonna be disappointed, so go check them out. They're on my channel, you know where to find them. Thanks for watching, and I don't hope, I expect you I expect to see you in the future readings. Take care and stay blessed. Okay, from the gods, from God, from the best blessing there is, the best blessings there are on this channel, on this planet, for you, delivered like in the fastest, sweetest, and shortest delivery possible. Okay, the best for my people, always. Okay, now that we've cooked ourselves, like we do on this channel with the piles. Just kidding, I didn't cook anything. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, like my life depends on it. No, it's good. We have the full in reverse. Now, this thing's very similar to what I heard in what, like, pile number 1. I'm gonna enlighten you today, but this feels like attainability, desirability, whateverability, I don't know. That's the key. We have a lot of, like, freshly squeezed positive, refined qualities for you today on the plate. Because with this full in reverse, my god, my beautiful god, this feels like we're definitely dealing in here with a person who's, like, showered in compliments. Now, I don't know if you're actually showered in literal sense, with compliments. I mean, who knows, that's possible. But definitely, like, we have a lot going on in here, like admiration, and especially with catalyst play, very desirable. I don't know what's going on. Why pile number 3 always messes with my readings. It's very entertaining though. This is like the prize, pile number 3. Like, you're being seen like as a prize, You have in here some people like fighting in their minds about you, over you. um, it's like a whole crazy deal of stuff. It just feels like people are feeling very drawn to you inexplicably. So what you're doing with people, we have Fool in here, like, this is like very strangely, it conveys the information from a standpoint that you are not regular, you're not like everyone else, or there is something uniquely defined about your character, charisma, personality, person, whatever, aura, aura points, aura grinding. Okay, what you're doing here, I don't know. But this, like with Catalyst, there is like an inexplicable pull towards you and a lot of compliments driven towards the idea, from the idea that you are like very also like refined and rich in very good qualities and like indispensable. Catalyst in here is like, a person who's good at everything, a person who's excelling at everything. There is a huge desire in here to connect. um yeah, getting distracted by the bikers. Yeah, said I'm gonna get into witchcraft, I'm gonna get into that because of them, and I will call it karma at the end of the day. I want to say that I'm a good person. No, I am, but that's not relevant right now. It makes me feel like there is a whole deal of desire to personally connect to you with playing here. And unfinished business with the world in reverse. There is like this understanding that you're not like that those types of people like you, they are. Can we not scream? I don't like that. Um, hmm, distasteful. Just kidding. I'm okay, I think. It makes me feel like generally there is a lot of build up of information energy and perception over the thing that you are not meant for everyone. It makes me, it's giving off high rank type of, not for the regular type of people energy. Um, Very rich presence, inner world, genius. Like, I just wanted to say something about the Fool in here made me feel like you are a genius, or there is some people talking about, they don't voice it like this, maybe they don't say it, that's how they feel or how they think, how this person has access to that kind of information and not what we have access to, how this person is always coming up with so many interesting things. Because with Catalyst in here is definitely talking about some sort of proficiency, um, some sort of contribution that's undeniable in here. And also with play, it's like not only you're good at it, but you're like also very interesting as a person. So like it's fascinating. Okay, like people almost like get lost in you, in the perception of you, and they are always almost like entertained, or they keep themselves like really, like they keep themselves attached, or they are feeling hooked on you. Okay, like you always keep surprising people in the best of ways, and it's a bit also kind of overwhelming. There is a hunger to get to know you better. Definitely this pile, you're giving me very like celebrity energy, because, and I don't know, like, I don't know, people are celebrities, I don't know, like that's on your account, deal with it. Like, if you're a celebrity or not. Why should I read for that? Like, I'm just giving you the pointers. Okay, just kidding. I love you, but like what you're doing here. Okay, a lot of like flashy, positive, like performative, very good qualities. Like it's driving people crazy, say the least. But what's fascinating in here? It's, first of all, I don't know, like what's the first impression of people, or what they get information wise. Like they say like, I don't know who this person is, but they're very interesting. I don't know if I can trust them, but I wanna trust them. um I can get lost in them. I can get lost and I don't know if I can actually trust them, or I can actually fully understand them. I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. It's like they hold themselves from like oversharing, or they hold themselves from jumping into your MF hands. MF stands for mother, that kind of thing. Um, I'm not gonna curse today. I'm not gonna edit all of this afterwards. And on top of things, I'm a good person, so yeah. Gotta keep that going. Now, also from compliments. There is interestingly a situation in here where the person was overlooking you, underestimating you, and once the full blown expression of who you were came through, the person was not ready. And whose fault is that? Theirs is, that's for sure. Don't underestimate pile number 3, because with this full in here in reverse, you're gonna live the consequences of that. Not do that. Let's not do that. Okay? Don't do it. Knowledgeable, crafty, I heard, and also very good at what they do, excelling and like freely doing whatever they want. With a snap of their fingers, they could solve things that literally didn't move their, for years. Something about you doing jobs, things that the person was, or some people were like carrying like pools, That's how it feels. Like, not let's not be bad right now, okay? Let's not be cursy, but it's making me feel like you just stepped in, did something, it worked, let's move on. You were like, let's move on, let's do something else, and the person was like shocked that the problem was not solvable for a very long time. So yeah, you definitely did that. Congratulations. There is definitely some female figure in here reverberating through the reading in the first category. That's gonna be the unexpected. Well, this one, it's unexpected how powerfully a person attached to you. This could be a female. This could be not necessarily a female. This could be even a person who's like actually male. And attached like with feelings. And there is like an unexpected flow of admiration, compliments, like because of the cups it could be also like some very felt things, like it could be also, I heard, appearance wise, character wise compliments coming from that person. There is also the theme of getting attached in here from the unexpected category, because like, and this could be also shocking because again, the profile of the person could be really cold, or they are known for being quite cold. However, when they met you, it makes me feel like there is some sort of relevant piece of information in here talking that you were different somehow, like, and it really sparked that desire for connection, and they easily got attached to you. So yeah, that's the unexpected bit. And also, because we have in here Knight of Pentacles, shockingly, people do get, or that person does get the chance to actually connect to you, and thought this is gonna be like on a very superficial, like business level, nothing attached, or nothing more, something like this. But again, like, your personality feels like way too fancy to just overlook. And what seems to be the case in here, it's like all of that got flipped, and like they did not expect to actually want you so much. Now, if this not interesting, like for you in your case, that's okay. We could actually go in the category of people, and this is making me feel like, at times people can really, like, once they get to know you better, they really crave you. They like almost like, at first they could meet you and then say like, my seats in life are taken and whatever. Once they get to know you better, the situation radically changes, and not only people get attached, uh, they want to get closer to you. Okay, that's what I see. And also an unexpected desire to just like be around and make space deliberately for you in their life, because it feels like your worth, your value, your impact is multifunctional, multifaceted. And again, starting from this genius like energy I saw from the full card in reverse, there is a like almost interviewing in the background happening, um, saying that they just like were very interested, like, what's your take on this, like, what do you think about this, what do you think about that. You can expect people to, you can expect to stumble across people who are just gonna be like, having lots of questions, uh, curious about your stance on things, and prior to that it was literally non-existent. Okay, like that's like, okay. Now, next category. This is gonna be shocking compliments. Well, the first thing that came to mind was the fact that nobody fits so well like you do. Nobody, like, gets me so well. That's the like, okay, maybe shocking. It's like, it's shocking for me to understand that you get me so well. Never met that. Not even my partner. Like, I feel like some people say, like, you get them, like they don't even get that kind of closeness from their partners. And that's kind of shocking even to them. Like, that's that's the key, basically. um Charm will play itself out in here. Desire and like a positive willingness to accommodate and to make space again in their life. Like, you're really worth like the hustle the hustle, worth the actual hustle to make space in their life for you. um you are also regarded as a very rare breed. It's making me feel like you are you cannot be treated, you cannot be assimilated in vague slash general categories that already, like, it's as if people have some sort of like almost like algorithms, like default modes that they address people and they categorize them. In your case, like, that's not possible, or quickly you show that this rule does not apply to you and it cannot be applied. In a general sense, it feels like people do survive all the time when you show up on the horizon. This is just, it's breaking the whole matrix of how this operates. And all of a sudden, you are very, like, they have a freshly awakened state when they interact with you. Yeah. Buzzing and stuff. We also have the last category, which is gonna be talking about intriguing compliments. Now, we have Stallion, the gentle star. Powerful reputation, and here will play itself out. You're being favored, you're being treated as a favorite, you're being seen as, or you're being regarded as like the new thing, like, the popular person, the popular phenomenon. You're being regarded as a phenomenon in general. You carry a lot of, let's just say, like with Stallion, it's a lot of quick, charming, very, like, what is this person up to now? What are they doing? Like, what's like what are they up to? Like, that's the, they're so like crafty, intelligent. They're so, like, you seem to come across as very not only talented, smart, but also charming. So this is not a unilateral situation where when you're basically, like, evolved, but only from one standpoint, and the other is like, really not that well, like the person's really intelligent, but they don't have as many like or very good social skills or things like that. You feel like a phenomenon in and of itself, and it also feels like the possibilities of expansion with you are ever like unfolding. Because of this full in reverse, is like, there is reinvention energy, there is and catalyst and play. It's like the fascinating thing, what fascinates me the most in this reading is how you transcend, I don't like that word, that's how you like go beyond the regular systems that people try to impose or operate by default when it comes to people sorting. When in your case this is happening, it quickly gets derailed, it quickly gets changed. And with Gentle and the Star, it's like, you occupy the full-blown like first-person attention kind of story, and there is a lot of fear that they're gonna either miss out on you, or there is like, as well, because we're dealing with intriguing, it's a question in here, almost like coming from the stance of, do we even know who that person is? Are we missing out on something? Are we missing out on, like, are they a secret, I don't know, popular person? What's their background? There is a lot of speculation in the in the ground in the background, in regards to who you are, where you're coming from, how you became who you were, who you are right now, and who you are becoming. Because, like, it feels to me like you live a very powerful trail, a very powerful blazing trail in your in people's lives, and you're not to be overlooked, not for long, of course, because again, with Catalyst, like, your growth, your contribution, and your worth are ever growing, because of this like very almost inventive, curious, and innovative mindset that you do have. This is always placing you at an advantage in whatever situation you're placed in. It's carrying a lot of, like, let's push them further, let's place them in best positions and situations ever, because they are really good at what they do. And there is a lingering desire to connect deeper, even if at first people could start off as being very marginally like dismissive, and also very unbothered. Not for long, okay? Not for long, because again, this pile feels too, like, you feel too interesting to just miss out on, and your aura like speaks of a person who's like meant to be popular, meant to be always in the center of the attention, always talked about. Like, you're very captivating, I just want to say. So there is no way that is getting overlooked. Once again, I feel like that's kind of it. Also interesting because your pile seems to extend. You seem to extend in a way that goes beyond the actual. It's like the commentaries, the compliments in here are ever unfolding, so this is not like a defined process. It's like, it means your role, your personality, what's possible for you is always, and I say that for all people and it's accessible to all of them, but I don't know for what reason, but in your case it felt extra relevant to say it. So, like with Play and Catalyst, unimaginable things are possible for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please go there and hit that like button. Subscribe to my lovely channel, because why the F not, okay? And if you wanna donate, I'm literally not holding you back. Never did. You can just donate. That's alright for me. I'm not gonna object ever. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a comment below. This is gonna clarify all that's happening in here, if you want. If not, you could also do that, okay? Literally your choice. Make sure to check out the other videos on my channel, the older ones, because they age like fine wine and cheese. Okay, that's how it's gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check all of that, and I really expect to see you in my future readings. Take care.